my favorite like aesthetic to go with is the like half gym, half skateboard aesthetic. So that if you see me, you're like, I don't know if that guy's going to the gym, the skate park, or if he just dropped out of college.
Good thing you do all three.
Yeah, I fucking am nailing it. All right, so this is episode 1 of the Very Serious podcast, where we are very serious.
Always serious, all the time.
With me today is EJ, aka King of the Salsa, aka Chip. And my name is Steve. But you have to pronounce it like that with the really long Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actual name Steven, and you are correct. It is with a PH.
The correct way to spell it.
The only way. All the rest of you Stevens are just fakers.
Yeah, if your name is Steve with a V, like Steven, what it means is that someone in your line of family was fucking illiterate.
All right.
All right, so how you been lately?
How have I been?
Yes.
Oh, God, in a state of financial turmoil, really.
Yeah, same. I feel like that's kind of the whole country right now.
Oh, it's so bad.
Good thing I invested all that money in Dogecoin.
Oh, yeah, you a millionaire yet?
Yeah, it's going to pay off soon.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah. I've only lost I don't want to talk about it.
Dude, stock market is really just like gambling.
Yeah. It's legal gambling for rich people.
Really. I hate gambling all the time. I feel like I'm losing all my money. And just in the stock market, it just adds little charts to make you more engaged.
Yeah, well, the stock market's really fucked up because those little charts, like, it feeds that serotonin drip you get from gambling when you see it going up. And at the same time, when you see it going down, that like awful feeling you get when you lose at gambling, you get that way worse. Because you're like, no.
No. Yeah. I just don't. I can't do it. And this is totally explaining that I know nothing about stocks, like at all. I know how that works.
I know a little bit about stocks, but not enough to be investing in them.
Oh, no.
I know that it's a good idea to invest in companies that are doing well, or to invest in companies that have just like a really evil fucking marketing scheme, like Apple. Have you ever heard of the Apple ecosystem?
No, what's that?
It's something that you have Apple products, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're trapped in the Apple ecosystem. So this is it's like a marketing thing that they do where if you look at where Android releases like new like updates and shit, that they usually are way ahead of Apple when they release it. And it's not that like Apple doesn't think of these ideas, it's that they won't allow any software or hardware to be released unless it's capable of working with all of their other devices. So that way, if you're using an Apple product and you like it, it makes it harder to switch to something else with any of your other products because that product won't work with them anymore.
Oh, yeah, I know I'm totally trapped. That's why I could never go to Android anymore. I have all my photos on the cloud, everything on there. I even switched to a MacBook.
That's
just so I
rough.
can do it.
It's basically like it's like what cults do, but corporatized. God damn it, Steve Jobs, what have you done?
Made way for modern day Lex Luthor.
I like how Apple poses themselves as like this super woke company, and they basically use slave labor. Like their factories have you heard of this? Their factories have suicide nets along the like edges of them to keep factory workers from killing themselves by jumping off of the top because that kept on happening too much.
Shit, well, that ruins my plan of jumping off the Apple building.
I think the Apple building doesn't have it because they like if you work in the Apple stores, they just brainwash you. So you're part of the cult, but you can't really brainwash the slaves because they're like, I can't even buy this product. Bro, I can't buy bread. I'm very hungry. They're also like, this they have this like weird thing with like being the Gucci brand.
Yeah.
Like they're not really that good of phones. I could go on for hours about why I fucking hate Apple.
I can really tell. They're really not that good at phones, though.
Well, so their new PC came with attachable wheels that were $700. You might be asking, man, what's so special about these wheels?
What's so special about them?
Nothing. They're just fucking wheels. Apple was like, hey, no one's going to buy this. And if we mark it at like $700, people will talk about it. It'll be free advertising and we'll look super Gucci. And unfortunately, I'm not even the first person to talk about this. I think this happened like a fucking year ago.
Oh.
And it worked perfectly.
They come out with so much dumb attachable shit. Why do I need a cord to attach an aux cord to my phone? I get they want to do everything Bluetooth now. They're trying to do all that shit.
Well,
but
also,
fuck them.
that just means that for you to do what used to be basic tasks now requires you to buy even more products. Like
Capitalism. I love it.
Apple's kind of cheating the game there. Same thing with like Jeff Bezos with Amazon.
Did you say Bezos?
Bezos.
Bezos?
When I think of him, I think of bees.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I feel like he's the one killing all the bees. Or maybe he's not killing them. He's just kidnapping them. And he has this like secret underground like supervillain layer just filled to the brim with bees. And his real name is Bezos. And everyone's just been pronouncing it wrong because they misunderstood.
So you think Jeff Bezos, sorry,
Bezos
took all of the bees?
Yes, that's why they keep on disappearing. They're not dying.
They're not dying.
Amazon's just sending out their fucking drones with a vacuum and just sucking those bitches up.
He's going to have a monopoly on honey.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And plus, then the bees won't be able to sue for, like any type of like rights to their honey, like what happened in the Bee movie. He saw the Bee movie and he was like, I know what must be done.
Or what if he's trying to make the Bee movie come true? He's making sentient bees.
Maybe he wants to fuck a bee too. Yo, the Bee movie was a fucking weird movie. Why did that get released?
I don't know. Jerry Seinfeld? That's it?
You know, it was another weird, it was a good movie, but another weird one was, did you ever see Ants?
Yes, that movie was weird. They gave him real faces.
Yeah, and it came out at like the same time as like A Bug's Life. And so A Bug's Life was like this like super wholesome movie. Like the scariest part was just the mean grasshopper who ended up hurting himself. And that's pretty much it. And then Ants came out at the same time. So everyone was like, oh, this will be the same thing. No, it's fucking dark.
Yo.
Like people get beheaded and shit. Half the colony drowns.
You remember a lot of stuff that's like in the recesses of my memory.
It's because all the normal memories you have, I've repressed. So I've got all this extra space for useless fucking knowledge.
Jesus Christ.
For example, did you know that Helen Keller brought the first Akita to the U.S.?
What?
Akitas are this like
the
really
little
dope Japanese dog. No, they're pretty big. They're like, I used to have one. They're like 95 pounds. It looks like if a Shiba Inu made it with like a Mastiff.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really dope dogs. And the first one was had to be brought to the U.S. was brought by Helen Keller. Not many people know that fact.
Okay.
Helen Keller didn't know that fact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she had no fucking idea.
She had no idea she had a dog.
She was just like, this is furry. Well, more like, but.
What? Okay, what's the dog's name? Fuck you. You said an Echidna?
An Akita?
Akita.
Yeah.
What was I thinking of? I was talking about Echidna.
Echidna.
The little, like, nose.
Yeah, that's not a dog. That's a...
Okay.
That's like a rat thing.
That's why I was confused.
That's fair. It's going to be great because I'm going to have pictures of Akitas and Echidnas pop up. So that way, anyone watching this, the one person watching this, first off, hi, Mom. I'm kidding. My mom's not going to fucking watch this.
Oh, yeah, no.
But the one person watching this will have like a general idea of
how stupid I am.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, there we go.
It's okay. I'll say some shit that'll just make them be like, that guy's a sociopath.
Okay. I've been thinking about this all day.
Hit me
We
with it.
always talk about how cartels are so bad,
Mhm.
but we never talk about how the good they brought to us.
How much cocaine did you do before you thought of this?
A lot. But no, they have all the resorts in Mexico. Without them, no resort would be safe.
That is true.
I went to a resort last year. Driving up, it was huge, and we were like, okay, some American owns this. We asked the driver, we were like, hey, who owns this place? And he was like, oh, the dude. We're like, what? He's like, oh, he's in America right now, in New York. He was talking about fucking El Chapo.
Nice.
This is when they arrested him and took him to New York.
When you said the dude, I pictured Jeff Briggs. You like the Big Lebowski? The dude?
The dude?
That guy. I don't know why the taxi driver in Mexico was Indian, but
I don't know either. I'm bad at accents.
Well-
Accents?
also I feel like all taxi drivers are Indian
Yeah, in every country.
in every country.
Go to Jamaica. Taxi driver, Indian.
Yeah, middle of like Dubai, Indian.
Well, is that far off? I don't know geography.
It's in the Middle East-ish.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Where's India? South Asia?
Yeah, it's like its own subcontinent in Asia. It's fucking huge.
And
By the
that's
way,
a ton of people.
yeah, isn't it weird that there are like over 1 billion Indian people, and yet like when you say Asian, people immediately think of a Chinese person?
I mean, yeah, it's really weird. Especially because also in Asia, there's so many different kinds of Asians.
There is, and like I've been to Asia, and like you can kind of notice the difference. Like it's pretty clear when two people aren't from the same country.
Yeah.
Also, they'll make it clear because most of the people in those Asian countries super racist.
Oh, they hate each other.
Dude, I have this long-running theory that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Stardust Crusaders, is the epitome of Japanese racism. And it's the reason why people tolerate Japanese racism, too, because it's hilarious. Because it's like, if you look at the characters and the archetypes they have, it's like Japanese dudes are super fucking Chad. Americans are kind of weird, but they're the old Chads. French people are a bunch of simps.
Yeah.
Everyone from Africa, even Northern Africa, is black. And the British are gay.
I see no false statements there.
I mean, the British definitely are gay.
Yeah.
And Dio was definitely clapping some boys' cheeks.
Oh, yeah. But that was like made clear, I'm pretty sure, right?
I think so. I didn't realize that on Netflix they have like a censored version where all the violence has like a big black shadow through it, because I was a piece of shit and pirated it all.
As you do. Anyone who doesn't is a liar.
Yeah, pirating's fucking great.
Yeah, I mean,
My ancestors were pirates. They stormed British vessels and, risked their lives, and pirating's way easier now.
oh yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to do that shit.
Does the FBI still go after?
I don't think they care anymore.
I don't think they ever care.
And if they did, I would just use a VPN.
Do you remember on VHS tapes, it was always "Do not pirate," the big FBI symbol.
Well,
Come after you.
I feel like things like LimeWire, which was just a great way to give your computer a virus, but stuff like that made it so impossible that I feel like they just gave up. They're like, I don't fucking care anymore. I mean, musicians and comedians started like putting their shit out for free because they're like, it basically just functions as an advertisement. Then you can like come to my shows and buy my merch.
Yeah. Do you remember when YouTube put their music on your phone? Like when was that? Like 2012, 11? No, not 11, 12, 13, 14.
You mean like when it was always, it's like started with just like the music videos that were all by like Ramen or something?
Oh, no. Did you ever have? It may have been only for Apple products.
I mean, I have YouTube Music. I just never use it because
Well,
I
no.
have Spotify.
YouTube Like U2 the
Oh,
band.
U2. Sorry, I
You
completely
say
misunderstood.
YouTube.
I thought you said YouTube.
No.
Well, at first I thought you said YouTube poop.
YouTube put their music on everyone's phones.
Oh yeah, I was like rubbing it in the face of everyone who had an Apple product. Like, you want to know how little respect Apple has for you? They did that.
I had no idea who they were, even until then.
Yo, Bono is such a douchebag.
Really though.
I found out apparently his like sunglasses he always wears, he wears for like medical reason. But I don't think he gets a pass because he chose the douchiest looking medical glasses he could possibly get.
Oh, yeah.
So, fuck you, Bono.
No, but he's a rock star.
I do feel like the band name is kind of a cool name, though.
How?
I don't know. It's very easily identifiable.
U2. I mean, yeah, the fucking.
Unless you say it in conversation, and then it sounds like you're just including the person. Hey, have you ever, or you're being an asshole. Hey, have you ever listened to U2? You mean, have I listened to myself? Yes, you should. It's terrible.
I feel like no one ever responds like that. Have you ever listened to U2? You mean myself? All the time. Yeah, I do.
Look, I might be a little bit on the spectrum.
A little bit.
Like this much.
There we go.
Fucking, but at least I don't have U2 on my fucking phone.
Fuck you. Didn't do it by choice.
Dude, I've been hating on the fucking like slow traffic lately. I don't know why it seems worse, but like everywhere I go, there's someone going like 20 under the speed limit.
Yes, and that bothers the hell out of me.
And
I can only like bumper cars so much. I'm just like right on their ass. They don't care.
I've been trying to find a solution, and I think I've got it.
What is it?
Bond cars.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, dude, if someone's going slow and like riding their ass doesn't work, press a button and a machine gun just peppers their fucking tail, they'll fucking speed up.
Okay. I thought, maybe like press a button, you jump over it or some cool shit.
No.
No, you just shoot them?
No. Machine gun the bumper, if that doesn't work, rockets.
See, they do that in Chicago. I think it does help.
I hear Chicago doesn't have a traffic problem.
You know, right?
Well, they don't have a car traffic problem.
Here we go.
Everything else gets trafficked but cars. Also cars.
Also cars, though. Then they just rip them apart. Dude, I saw that the other day. Some car just on cinder blocks on the side of the road, no tires.
One
I
of
thought
my
people stopped doing that like years ago.
One of my favorite all-time like tweets I've seen was this guy was like, I woke up this morning, walked out of my house, and fell one story. These motherfuckers came and stole my porch. This is why we can't have anything nice in Detroit. And it was a picture of like one of those houses where it has like the like stairs going up to the deck, but the stairs were removed.
Imagine being that guy and waking up like,
dude, I would be so pissed. But imagine how stoned the people who stole his fucking thing had to be.
oh yeah.
Like, that's not. There's like certain things that get stolen where you're like, you weren't even gonna sell that. You were just high. You thought that was funny.
Oh yeah, no, I did a lot of that in high school.
Dude, I didn't do it in high school, but I've had it done to me. When I was in the Marine Corps, I flew from South Carolina to Hawaii to go to my first duty station, and I had a bag that had like a bunch of shit in it, and I had the weirdest shit stolen from me. Like they stole one of every sock. I had a bunch of Xbox 360 games. They left the games and stole the cases. And then I had like 3 sets of longboard wheels, but they were like different sized wheels, and they stole one of each wheel. Which means I'm convinced they had to know they're sold in a pack of 4, and they're like, bro, if I steal one wheel, I can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
But neither can he.
This is like a PSA to not piss off petty people.
This is just a PSA that TSA fucking sucks. Everyone in TSA can suck my dick.
Yeah.
But if you're in TSA and you see me going through the airport, it wasn't me.
Yeah, no. That dog is smelling fruit. not drugs. Anyway, no, back in high school, I used to do the same thing. It really sucked. I was a little shitbag. I changed my ways, but I was a shitbag. I used to steal fence doors.
Fence doors.
Yeah, like to the backyard. We would just walk around with a screwdriver and pop off people's fences. We put them on other people's roof. It's really funny to go back and watch in the morning.
My favorite was always to steal pens from servers because I'm just a bad person. Like, it's not even a funny joke, but I thought it was hilarious.
Is that where all our fucking pens went?
No, I stopped doing that because I started having to be like work in the service industry, and I was always out of fucking pens.
Yeah. Because they're assholes like you.
Yeah, I'm a bastard. I'm going to hell, and when I get to like St. Peter, I'm gonna be like, please let me in, and he's just gonna go, no, for a large number of reasons, but at the top of the list was you stole 27 pens from one establishment in the course of a week. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You heard it here first. You go to hell if you're mean to servers. You're supposed to burn them. You're supposed to put them in trash can and burn them.
Yeah, one time I accidentally shit on the floor and I burned the whole house down.
Actually, I have a funny shitting on the floor story. Well, not that funny. It kind of sucked because I had to deal with it. This is when I was working in academy, and I was just in the apparel section. You know, low-level job. This dude walks up and he's like, hey, this dog shit on the floor. I'm going to need you to go pick it up. And I was like, fuck. Okay, I guess. Walk over there. I see this shit. Immediately, not a dog.
Yeah,
Immediately.
when he said dog, he meant like one of his homies. Like, hey, some dog.
One of my dogs went and shot on the floor, dude. I need you to come grab it real quick. Nah, dude, I saw that human shit on the floor, and I was like, nope, not doing this. Walked straight to his office. I was like, hey, no, some dude shat on the floor. I'm not cleaning this up. He's like, no, dude, it was a dog. I was like, no, let's watch the cameras right the fuck now. Some homeless dude, as soon as we open, just waltz through the door, sits down, and Men's Apparel by Columbia. I get it, shit brand, but by Columbia.
He had to make a statement.
Oh, yeah. Popped a squat and shat. I looked at him in the eyes. I was like, no, not doing this. You go do it. I'm not. And I proceeded to watch him on the cameras go pick up shit because I wouldn't.
I wouldn't have even gone that far. I would have just been like, you know what, I quit. I don't need this job that much.
And no, following up the next day, I did leave 4 hours early, and just quit that night.
So I remember I worked at Office Depot when I got out of the military for a while, and I fucking hated that job. Mm-hmm. And I had to work front register just while I was going to school because I needed extra money. And I was the only person that like actually did the work. So I'd have to do my job and then whoever else worked that day's fucking job. Mm-hmm. And one day I came in and I was just, I had just finished doing my budget. And I was like, I don't even make that much at this job. I honestly don't need it. I was like, I'll look for another job and then I'll quit. And then like I came in that day and my manager was just started telling me all the shit I had to do that no one did today. And I was just like, I quit.
Yeah.
And she was like, what do you mean you quit? I was like, I'm done working here. I'm not going to do this anymore. She was like, so like you're giving me your 2 weeks notice? And I was like, yes, but don't schedule me for the next 2 weeks or I won't come in. She was like, are you going to work this shift? And I said, yes, but all the things you told me to do, I'm not doing that. I'm done. And then I got a job at a taco place making tacos, and it was the best job ever. Fucking, that is when you're living life, just smoking weed and making tacos.
Yeah.
That's the peak of poverty. You're at the top of the lower class if you're a stone taco cook.
So every Mexican?
Yes.
Ever?
They're at the top of the lower class. Like, yeah. The bottom of the lower class is people who eat bologna.
Mexicans also.
Fuck. It evens out.
It evens out. No, that's just like poor people food, though.
Yeah.
And potatoes, man, you really learn how good potatoes are when you're poor.
Dude, potatoes are the fucking best, and you can cook them in so many different ways.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking, I like making baked potatoes and then just putting shit in there that should not be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo chicken? Fuck it.
There's a restaurant that does that.
Ooh, Potato Shack. I used to
That's
get
the
really
one.
stoned, and then like I would order something like I'd get like the chicken fried steak one, but then I'd have them add like bacon and butter and cheese and a bunch of other weird shit.
Yeah.
And by the end, it would just be like this giant monstrosity.
Also want you to know that bacon, butter, and cheese is in fact not weird shit. It's normal.
No, but it is weird shit for your chicken fried steak.
Maybe. Maybe I just smoke a lot of weed too, because that sounds good.
I mean, that's fair. The secret to being good at cooking is to smoke a lot of weed, because that's when you start getting weird ideas.
Aren't your secret Chef Gordon Ramsay? It's just a huge pothead.
That's why he's so angry, because every single time he films, they're like, all right, you can't smoke for 30 days out. You got to pass a drug test the day of, and he just shows up and is like, God fucking damn it.
The way you didn't want to scream, so you didn't hurt everyone's ears.
I didn't want to peek the microphone.
Oh, yeah, I got you. They're new.
I've got, they're new and they're really nice. They're big and thick and black.
Steve's coming out again and showing.
And now a word from our sponsor.
This guy from California invited me for dinner for enchiladas. But he used crab singles and lettuce for the tortillas. He said there were gonna be chicken, but it's soy. Who does that? And I swear, that sauce, it tasted like marinara. I can't do this. I don't think I'm gonna make it here. Send help.
We'll cut this part out too. Yeah, I have to wear these weird because the audio is really fucking with me.
It's fine.
It's a weird time.
Fucking, I like the setup. I might next time adjust my seat so I can be slightly more facing this way, because if you look at it, the mic is on, like, the boom arm is perfectly aligned with my ear.
Oh, it is, yeah.
But also, it's not a big deal. It hides my fucking tiny ass chin.
Really insecure about our chins here.
Yeah, that part might actually get included.
I mean, that's why I have a beard, so people don't look at my chin.
Now, you see, that's why I refuse to grow a beard, is because everyone who has a beard has it for one of two reasons. Either they have too much chin because they're fat and they've got like a double or triple chin, or they don't have enough chin and it's just like mine.
Oh.
So the way I see it, I am not a coward that's going to hide my weak chin behind a beard. I'm going to wear it proudly like a real man.
I'm just incredibly chiseled, so I just don't want to hurt your feelings. That's the only thing. That's the reason I have a beard.
Just a full ass chin.
Got the double butt and everything.
Dude, my grandfather had like an actual ass chin. It was dope. Like, it had like the super hard cleft.
That's hot.
Yeah, he looked like the Crimson Chin. I remember, I did not know the Crimson Chin was voiced by Jay Leno until I was like 16.
Is he really?
Yes.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, the genie was Norm Macdonald.
I do know that.
I don't know how I didn't notice that. The genie's name is fucking Norm.
Yeah. He played himself.
Yeah, he's played a lot of stuff that I did not realize.
He has like a super iconic voice. He's like,
I wish I could do a Norm impersonation. Just, I would butcher it so bad. I can't sound, like Canadian.
wish I could do an impersonation. It's so bad.
Yeah, I can't do any impersonations. People like put me on the spot that like impersonate this person. And I'm just like, no,
Who the fuck does
not
that?
going to do that.
Who's like, hey,
Actually,
Steve, impersonate them.
I've got a few good impersonations.
Bust one out.
All right. So tell me who this is. It's Mel Gibson.
What the fuck? I was I was gonna say someone that smokes 60 packs a day that doesn't really know how to talk. What the fuck is?
Oh, Mel Gibson hates.
I like how that's how you know him. You know, the one that hates.
Well, did you ever see when he got in trouble? Well, he's gotten in trouble for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But there was one where like he got arrested for being drunk, and like he was like drunk driving and they arrested him. He starts screaming about how like the reason he's being arrested, not because he was going 100 down the highway shit faced.
You really do know a lot of facts that no one knows.
Yeah.
Do you remember that robot that tried to hitchhike across America?
The one that made it all the way to Philly, and then Philly proved they are still the trashiest city because they immediately mugged and murdered it.
Oh, dude. It made it all the way across Canada. People drove it. It made it to Philly, got stabbed and beaten up. How do you stab a robot?
Philly is the angriest city in America. Like, when they win the Super Bowl, they still riot. Eagles fans are literally the worst people on earth. Eagles fans will go to watch the Eagles play just so they can start fights with other Eagles fans. They don't even give a fuck what team you're rooting for. They're like, I'm going to fuck you up.
Oh, yeah. I just started watching this show called Z Nation. It's an old show. It sucks. Well, the acting's awful. But they were just in Philly. Zombie apocalypse. Someone stole the Liberty Bell and spray painted it. That describes Philly.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I like how it's got like it's like the city of love, and it's the least loving city to ever exist.
Hey, but they have a hell of a sandwich.
Yeah, Philly cheesesteaks are fucking good.
Have you ever had a Philly cheesesteak in Philly?
No, I try to avoid that city because I like knives not being inserted into my body.
But having a Philly cheesesteak from Philly, heaven. Great.
So I think we're going to wrap it up here. Cut out some of the blank spots and call it good. So how are we going to do this outro?